Everyone, this is Minnesota Mike back with you for another live stream. This is one that is taking songs off of my album All the Misery Was Necessary. And everybody, when I was promoting this particular live stream, nobody really believed me when I said that this contained positive songs. One of my friends just texted me and he said, "Oh yeah, all the misery was necessary." That definitely sounds like it's going to be positive. My mom saw the picture of Kathy Bates on the promo photo and just couldn't believe it. But here we are. Um, so uh, so this is like one of two kind of positive sets that I'm doing in a row, which is kind of great. That's what we call a streak. Um, and The songs as they appear on the album were written a little bit out of order, and that almost never happens. But I had written these songs, and then some stuff kind of fell apart, and but then somebody was telling me, they're like, "Oh well, you can, if they're still good songs, you can still write them." And then the rest of the songs kind of turned out to be about her. So that was really an interesting trajectory. But This first song is a song called "How Love Should Feel," and it was inspired by "I Want a New Drug" by Huey Lewis and the News. And I'll explain some random references in there to that particular song. And But I'll play both of them and all that good stuff. So this is "How Love Should Feel" and "I Want a New Drug." I know how love should feel, 'cause it's been here before. It was followed by pain that I couldn't ignore. I know how love should feel, and it isn't like this. You gotta feel the magic, even when you don't kiss. It ain't supposed to be breaking like the evening news. It should hit me like a ray of light instead of giving me the blues. I can never lose. I know how love should feel. I should bust these ghosts. It's your love I miss, your love I miss the most. I know how love should feel. A while ago I was there, and love should feel like I need to repair. It isn't supposed to be breaking like the evening news. It should hit me like a ray of light instead of giving me the blues. I can never lose. I know how love should feel. I'm dumb enough to believe right around the corner is my reprieve. I know how love should feel. It should be for life and not stray away when we're going through any bad times. It ain't supposed to be breaking like the evening news. It should hit me like a ray of light instead of giving me the blues. Yeah, I can never lose. It ain't supposed to be breaking like the evening news. It should hit me like a ray of light instead of giving me the blues. Yeah, I can never lose. I want a new drug, one that won't make me sick, one that won't make me crash my car, make me feel 3 feet thick. I want a new drug, one that won't hurt my head, one that won't make my mouth too dry or make my eyes too red, one that won't make me nervous, wondering what to do, one that makes me feel like I feel when I'm with you, when I'm alone with you. I want a new drug, one that won't spill, one that won't cost too much or come in a pill. I want a new drug, one that won't go away, one that won't keep me up all night, one that won't make me sleep all day, one that won't make me nervous, wondering what to do, one that makes me feel like I feel when I'm with you, when I'm alone with you. I want a new drug, one that does what it should, one that won't make me feel too bad, one that won't make me feel too good. I want a new drug, one that won't make me talk. I want a new drug, one with no doubt, one that won't make me talk too much or make my face break out, one that won't make me nervous, wondering what to do, one that makes me feel like I feel when I'm with you, when I'm alone with you. All right, and that was How Love Should Feel and I Want a New Drug. The first one was by yours truly, and the second one was by Huey Lewis and the News from 1984. Their breakout album, Sports. Actually, that might have been 83. Let me double check. Yeah, that was 1983. By the time they got done with all of the singles, it probably was 1984. But that song has a really interesting life. Huey Lewis was originally supposed to do the song for Ghostbusters, but backed out for some reason. And then a little while later, Ray Parker Jr. came up with the theme for Ghostbusters, or actually earlier, I guess he had come up with the theme for Ghostbusters, and had, then Huey Lewis came out with this song and ended up getting sued by Ray Parker Jr. because it was, sounded very similar. It's still, it had that same synthesizer pattern and all that stuff. That was one of those kind of interesting things. But the some of the lines in there that I promised I'd tell you about. So in the chorus, there are a couple of references to exactly what I just told you. So it ain't supposed to be breaking like the evening news. That's a reference to the News, which is Huey Lewis's band. And then it should hit me it should hit me like a ray of light instead of giving me the blues. And so that Ray is the Ray Parker Jr. and that particular thing. So that's one of those fine examples of me just kind of throwing stuff in there just for me, and so that I can explain it when I play it live and kind of let other people in on the secret. But that definitely works. So we are going to move on and play some more tunes. And we can go from there. But like I said, this is the All the Misery Was Necessary live stream, and this is one of those live streams that, like I said, it's a very rare positive set of songs. So enjoy it while it lasts. Hopefully I'll be writing some more positive songs, but some of the, I got some good ones of each that are just good songs, even if they're a little bit more sad. But that is one of those things. So anyway, like I said, All the Misery Was Necessary, and I'll talk about how that title came in. But one thing that I kind of noticed when I was working this album out, is that, I wrote that first song, the How Love Should Feel, and it kind of served as a jumping off point for the rest of the album, even though I wrote it a little ways into the writing process. And it was kind of along the lines of Love Without Fear, and by Dan Wilson. And where he kind of states a goal and then like kind of slowly gets to it. And so that's kind of the theme behind this song. I want to shout out Amanda for tuning in. Unless you tell me who's tuning in, sometimes I don't know. But she has been a very, very loyal supporter since I don't even remember when the first one, probably like January-ish, that she tuned in, but it's been pretty much every week since then. I think the only week that she's missed her sister was getting married, which, I kind of understand why you would miss for that, kind of, but, that's okay. Everybody gets one. So anyway, we're gonna move on and do a song that was inspired by Kara's Flowers. And typically when I do these albums, I like to kind of mix it up a little bit and not have multiple songs from the same songwriters or singers or whatever. And this one was from the precursor to Maroon 5, and there's another one that was inspired by a Maroon 5 song, but technically that Maroon 5 song is a cover of a Dirty Projectors song, so that's how we're justifying that today. Plus, it's my show, so who cares? But anyway, this is a song and a live stream, or a rhyme scheme, which rhymes with live stream. So it's a song and a live stream that's been in my head for a while, but I finally feel like I got the right vibe with that song and this song by Kara's Flowers. So the Kara's Flowers song is called The Fog, and my song is called Love for the Ages. And I hope you enjoy both of them. A run at the best had me waiting in line for something that never was made to be mine. Then after all the tribulations and trials, I finally found someone who was worth all the while. And there's nothing like her and nothing but her good intentions. The people around here break my corazon as they told me they loved me and left me alone. She's all that I wanted and even more than that, and I found her just when all of the odds were stacked. And I know she feels the same. I don't have to worry about retention. And a love for the ages took ages to come, but now I know she is forever the one. Through the fog and the rain and the sleet and the snow, I finally found someone who will never go. A raven, a pawn, and a dime store as well. All took the slow journey to leave from their hell, and it was so tricky for all of us there. It's now clear that we weren't broken without repair, and the flowers I sent you will clearly never be wilted. And a love for the ages took ages to come, but now I know she is forever the one. Through the fog and the rain and the sleet and the snow, I finally found someone who will never go, and a love more the ages took ages to come. But now I know she is forever the one. Through the fog and the rain and the sleet and the snow, I finally found someone who will never go. Here in this town, they've all got the blues as the paper boy runs off without any news. And angels have wings you can feel free to use, and the corner store sells drugs you can freely amuse. And I'm yelling and screaming 'cause baby you're driving me crazy. So life on your own has been vacant and cold. Everybody's getting somewhere and you're getting old. Career opportunities, they all have been sold, along with your body and most of your soul. And I'm yelling and screaming 'cause baby you're driving me crazy. If I could spare a remorse through my hollowed out pores, I would maybe. 'Cause the fog's getting thicker, it's moving too fast. The chaos is building, it's going to last. And it's so hard to see and you're so hard to find. There's days when I think I am losing my mind. So keep painting pictures of beautiful scenes, striking the canvas with deep blues and greens. Realists are frowning, they think you're obscene as you work overtime to make sure they can dream. And I'm yelling and screaming 'cause baby you're driving me crazy. If I could spare more remorse through my hollowed out pores, I would maybe. 'Cause the fog's getting thicker, it's moving too fast. The chaos is building, it's going to last. And it's so hard to see and you're so hard to find. There's days when I think I am losing my mind. And we yell and we scream as the fog's getting thicker, the world's spinning fast. The chaos is building, it's going to last. And it's so hard to see and you're so hard to find. There's days when I think I am losing my mind. And the fog's getting thicker, the world's spinning fast. The chaos is building, it's going to last. And it's so hard to see and you're so hard to find. There's days when I think I am losing my mind. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine. I need your love. Yeah, I need your love. God speed your love to me. Lonely rivers cry to the sea, from the open arms to the sea, yeah. Lonely riverside, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. And oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. God speed your love to me. All right, and that was Love for the Ages, The Fog by Cars Flowers. Like I said, James Valentine-less, Maroon 5. And very sonically different too, but that's the easiest way to describe it. He described it though as Fugazi meets Sesame Street, which I think is amazing. So that's that's definitely worth exploring here and there. And then by request, I threw in Unchained Melody. That's one of my absolute favorite songs, and so I appreciate you, Amanda, for requesting that. Yeah. So this. Oh, and also let's talk about A Love for the Ages. Um, the hidden references in that song are abundant. Um, there's something in the third verse that says a raven, a pawn, and a dime store as well took a slow journey to leave from their hell. When I was writing this song, I also had the song Love Minus Zero over No Limit stuck in my head. And I've kind of used that as a basis. I've used that as a basis for a lot of my songs, and even as obsessed as I am with Dylan, I'm like, okay, maybe not. But anyway, but I still wanted to kind of throw that in there. And there's lines there in Love Minus Zero over No Limit. In the last verse, it's my love, she's like the raven at my window with a broken wing. And so that's the raven. There's a line in there that's in the ceremonies of the horseman, even the pawn must hold a grudge. And so that's the pawn. And then there's another line in the dime stores and bus stations, people speak of situations, read books, repeat quotations. And I can't remember what the last line is. But and all the things that wise men bring, something along those lines. I think maybe. But anyway, that's what that is. And then the flowers I sent you will clearly never be wilted. Like I said, Cars Flowers. That's who did the song originally. So there are a lot of hidden messages in there, and that was that. But I'm glad everyone tuning in is having a good time and enjoying the music. I think we can legally call it that, music. For sure, the covers, but that's that. All right, so next up we have a song called Tunnel Vision, and this is one of those songs that just kind of the eventual title of the song, it just like wouldn't leave my head, of like the phrase tunnel vision, and so I thought, okay, cool, and had 3 a.m. by Matchbox 20 stuck in my head, as Patrick Starr would say, oh boy, 3 a.m. And so I'm going to play both of those songs, Tunnel Vision and 3 a.m. But I was going to say first I was going to sneeze, but couldn't even get that out. That would have been some good percussion in that song. But Tunnel Vision and 3 a.m., that is up next. Her candle always lights up my pathway. She's coloring the ghosts of her past. Both of us seem to take the back way, but both of us seem to like it like that. I'm sorry I came to waiting so long. Tunnel vision in the 11th hour is what I needed. Tunnel vision, I can see the line guiding me. Or maybe I don't need the ghost I left behind me. That's not to imply they're not important. I got a feeling they taught me how to love. But she's the one who's the most absorbent to who I'm gonna be, and I knew I was. I'm just sorry I came to waiting so long. Tunnel vision, and the 11th hour is what I needed. Tunnel vision, all I can see is a light guiding me. Oh, maybe I don't need the ghost I left behind me. She's got the wind of something better, but finally that something is me. Any storm we have, we're gonna weather. Her love is the only one I'll ever need. I'm just sorry I came to waiting so long. Tunnel vision, in the 11th hour is what I needed. Tunnel vision, all I can see is her light guiding me. Oh, maybe I don't need the ghost I left behind me. Tunnel vision, in the 11th hour is what I needed. Tunnel vision, all I can see is the light guiding me. Oh, maybe I don't need the ghost I left behind me. She says it's cold outside and hands me my raincoat. She's always worried about little things like that. She says it's all gonna end and it's gonna be my fault. And she only sleeps when it's raining. She screams, her voice is straining. And she says, baby, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. And she says, baby, I must be afraid of it all. Sometimes the rain gonna wash away, I believe it. She's got a little bit of something, God, it's better than nothing. In her color portrait world, she believes she's got it all. She swears the moon don't hang quite as high as it used to. And she only sleeps when it's raining. When she screams, her voice is straining. And she says, baby, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. And she says, baby, I think I must be afraid of it all sometimes. And the rain's gonna wash away, I believe it. And she says, baby, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. And she says, baby, I must be afraid of it all sometimes. The rain's gonna wash away, I believe it. All right, and that was 3 a.m. and Tunnel Vision. I hope you enjoyed both of those. Like I said, my song Tunnel Vision was inspired by 3 a.m., the Matchbox 20 song. And it's actually kind of hilarious because a while ago, I heard 3 a.m. and I thought, oh, this would be a really good medley with, I think it was the song Time by Hootie and the Blowfish. And then I was listening to it and it's like, yeah, that could work, but it could also be like, Slide or something like that by the Goo Goo Dolls. And so there are all these like chords that they just used in the 90s. And, a lot of the songs sound very similar, which, is any decade, but that was just kind of a cool thing. I don't say that as an indictment at all. I think it's cool. Makes my job easier to make these medleys. That was that. All right. So on the topic of you never really know what you're gonna get with my live stream. This particular song is called "Let Me Be Your Man," and it was inspired by "What Makes You Beautiful" by One Direction. And I don't typically seek out One Direction, but it was really interesting how this came about. And about a year ago, I did a song parody about the subjunctive to the tune of "What Makes You Beautiful," and I should just re-record it and play the guitar now that I know it's super simple. But this is "Let Me Be Your Man" and "What Makes You Beautiful," and I hope you enjoy both of them. I held the line, that was just fine. I waited for the day when you would be mine. We were apart through stops and starts. Now we are both one in our minds and hearts. Everything we've been through was someone scheming for it and filled with joy. I wonder just where you have been all of my life, but now it took so long for the end to be inside. Oh, but now that you're here, I won't put up a fight. I couldn't stand you being with another man. I hope you let me be your man. You know I'm just the calm you need. You're an enigma I can perfectly read. I'm up all night, these thoughts I fight are ones that still cause me so much delight. Everything we've been through was someone scheming for it and filled with joy. I wonder just where you have been all of my life, and now it took so long for the end to be inside. Oh, but now that you're here, I won't put up a fight. I couldn't stand you being with another man. I hope you let me be your man. Everything we've been through was someone scheming for it and filled with joy. I wonder just where you have been all of my life, and now it took so long for the end to be inside. Oh, but now that you're here, I won't put up a fight. I couldn't stand you being with another man. I hope you let me be your man. You're insecure, don't know what for. You're turning heads when you walk through the door. Don't need no makeup to cover up. Me in the way that you are is enough. Everyone else in the room can see it. Everyone else but you. Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. The way that you live your hand gets me overwhelmed. But when you lie in the ground, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know, you don't know you're beautiful. If only you saw what I could see, you know why I still want you so desperately. Right now I'm looking at you and I can't believe you don't know, you don't know you're beautiful, that's what makes you beautiful. So come on, you got it wrong. To prove I'm right, I put it in a song. I don't know why you're being shy and turn away when I look into your eyes. Everyone else in the room can see it. Everyone else but you. Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. The way you walk in the room gets me overwhelmed. And when you stare at the ground, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know, you don't know you're beautiful. If only you saw what I could see. You know why I still want you so desperately. Right now you're looking at the ground and you can't believe. You don't know, you don't know you're beautiful, that's what makes you beautiful. Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. The way that you live your hair gets me overwhelmed. Right now you look at the ground, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know, you don't know you're beautiful. If only you saw what I could see. You know why I still want you so desperately. Right now I'm looking at you and I can't believe you don't know, you don't know you're beautiful, that's what makes you beautiful, that's what makes you beautiful. All right, and that was What Makes You Beautiful. Before that shocks any of you, on my wedding day set list, as in the album, not like I'm married very much, no. But I do a medley of one of my songs, and You and I by Lady Gaga. So, and I don't change for gender either, by the way. So that's, one of those things. Just keep in mind, nothing should be shocking here on my live streams, whatever we call them from week to week. But speaking of nothing being shocking, I'm going to sing in Spanish for this next one, both mine and the song that inspired it. This is a song called Bella Enigma, which translates to Beautiful Mystery. And it was inspired by Chantaje or by Shakira and Maluma, which translates to blackmail, which sounds like it's a negative song, but it's actually, it's kind of a weird love song, very sensual and whatever, which I guess that's not the weird part, but watch the music video and you'll know exactly what I mean. But anyway, so this is Bella Enigma and Chantaje, and I hope you enjoy both of them. Dime cuándo puedo amarte, dime cuándo quieres comprarme, no vaya a buscar tus intenciones o pensar en nuestros malos corazones. Desde llegaste en mi vida, nunca he querido despedida. Nadie puede darme las cosas que me das sin casarme. Bella, bella enigma, bella, bella enigma, bella, bella enigma, bella, bella enigma. Quieres cosas que no tienes, cosas que tendrás cuando vienes. Cada vez que quiero salir, hay algo más que quiero descubrir. Desde llegaste en mi vida, nunca he querido despedida. Nadie puede darme las cosas que me das sin casarme. Bella, bella enigma, bella, bella enigma, bella, bella enigma, bella, bella enigma. Desde llegaste en mi vida, nunca he querido despedida. Nadie puede darme las cosas que me das sin casarme. Bella, bella enigma, 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 bella, bella enigma. Bella, bella, bella. Cuando estás bien te alejas de mí, te sientes sola, siempre estoy allí. Y no quiera toma y dame, pues dame de eso viene ahí. Oye, baby, no sea mala, no me deje con las ganas. Se escucha en la calle que ya no me quieres. Ven y dímelo en la cara. Pregúntame a quien quiera, mira negro, eso así. Yo nunca tuve mala intención. Yo nunca quise mudarme de mí. Conmigo ves, nunca se sabe. Un día digo que no, el otro dice sí. Puro. Yo soy masoquista, con mi cuerpo egoísta. Tú eres puro, puro chantaje, puro, puro chantaje. Siempre es tu manera y yo te quiero aunque no quiera. Puro, puro chantaje, puro, puro chantaje. Vas libre como el aire, no se te de nadie, nadie. Como me entiendas cuando tú mueves esos movimientos sexys, siempre me entretienen. Sabe manipularme bien con las caderas. No sé por qué me tienes lista de espera. Te dicen por allí, voy haciendo y deshaciendo, que salgo cada noche, que te tengo sufriendo. Que en esta relación yo soy la que manda, no eres bola, toda mala esa propaganda. Para que te digo nada, tengo en el oído, para vaya a enderezar lo que tengo nació torcido. Y como lo conocido tras de ti, muriendo morning, dime I'm para mí, baby. ¿Qué? Pregúntale y dieras, vida de oro no es así. Yo nunca tuve mala intención. Yo nunca quise mudarme de ningún mes, nunca se sabe. Un día digo que no, el otro digo que sí. Yo soy masoquista, con tu cuerpo egoísta. Tú eres puro, puro chantaje, puro, puro chantaje, puro, puro chantaje. Siempre es tu manera, yo te quiero, nunca no quiera. Tú eres puro, puro chantaje, puro, puro chantaje, puro, puro chantaje. Nadie, 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 nadie. All right, and that was Bella Enigma, followed by Chantaje by Shakira y Maluma. And getting some good feedback by that from that one. Glad you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, I always enjoy singing in Spanish. Mainly because I messed up at some parts. Believe it or not, I cannot sing as well as Shakira. I'm a lot better looking than she is, but I can't quite sing like her. But that was just kind of one of those things. But typically when I sing in Spanish, nobody knows if I mess up. It's kind of like singing your own song if you don't have enough integrity to be like, oh, I messed up there. Which typically I don't, so I can just kind of roll with it and figure it out. But that's a really, really good song. Like I said, Shakira and Maluma, and then Bella Enigma. That's fun. All right, so I mentioned earlier that I'd tell you as soon as the title came across, and this is actually where I get the title from. So I struggled with what I'd call this record. The initial idea for it was My Self-Esteem is Lighting Up the Room, which I think is a really good title, but it just wasn't right for this. And so I was going through some of the songs that had inspired, the songs on this record, and there was this line in "Can't Feel My Face" by The Weeknd, that says all the misery was necessary. And I thought, ooh, that's a really good thing, because it kind of started off with like, I know how love should feel, and I've felt it before, but like it's run away. And so the idea behind this record is that, yeah, it's here to stay. And but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't have known what I wanted without going through all of that crap, and so I mean, I'd trade that all away. Don't get me wrong, but that's kind of the idea behind the title. All the misery was necessary. So this is Good Man Wild, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna do it as a medley with Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd. Well, it's never hard to love you. You bring out my very best, and you find a way to love me so much better than the rest. And you start that over. Well, it's never hard to love you. You bring out my very best, and you find a way to love me so much better than the rest. And we love our little bubble, and the trouble in our minds fades away. This thing may not go on forever, but I'll hold on till it don't feel right. There truly isn't anything better than you kissing me when they lie. You know how to drive a good man wild. Don't try to tame me. Don't try to tame me. You know how to drive a good man wild. Don't try to tame me. Don't try to tame me. Keep holding on to your line when the world wants to stay dark. And in my bones I want badly to never lose that spark. Can't figure out just how I got this lucky and don't care. Don't fade away. Don't fade away. This thing may not go on forever, but I'll hold on till it don't feel right. There truly isn't anything better than you missing me when you know how to drive a good man wild. Don't try to tame me. Don't try to tame me. You know how to drive a good man wild. Don't try to tame me. Don't try to tame me. This thing may not go on forever, but I'll hold on till then, no matter right. There truly isn't anything better than kissing you with delight. You know how to drive a good man wild. Don't try to change me. Don't try to tame me. You know how to drive a good man wild. Don't try to tame me. Don't try to tame me. And I know she'll make the death of me. At least we won't be numb. She'll always get the best of us. The worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know. This I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We won't know we can't go without it. We won't know we'll never be alone. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Oh, I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. And And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we won't be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. All the misery was necessary when we're deep in love. Yes, I know, this I know. She know me, don't worry about it. She know me, don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. We both know we'll never be alone. I can feel my mix when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Oh, I can feel my mix when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Can feel my face when I'm with you, man, but I love it, but I love it. Can feel my face when I'm with you, man, but I love it, but I love it. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. We know we'll never be alone. I can feel my mix when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Oh, I can feel my mix when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Can feel my face when I'm with you, man, but I love it, but I love it. All right, and that was Good Man Wild and Can't Feel My Face, the second one by The Weeknd. Yeah. So couple things there. I know one for sure, one of the hidden references. And that's the my bones in my bones I want so badly to never lose that spark. There's a line in um Simple Twist of Fate by Bob Dylan where he that's like and felt a spark in his bones or something like that. And wait, yeah, they sat together in the park as the evening sky grew dark. He looked at her and he felt a spark tingle through his bones. That's what it was. And so I just kind of rearranged that a little bit and threw that in there. Um, And then I think that after dark, or when the world wants to stay dark, there's the Weeknd's new album is called After Hours or something like that. So I think I probably threw that in there, but maybe not. Um, but I do know for sure with the Bob Dylan thing. By the way, the people who were dancing at the Super Bowl and had all those weird costumes and whatever. They, believe it or not, were working for the weekend. So that was, good of them to be able to say. So I do before I move on to the next song, I forgot to mention that what day was that? Wednesday. Wednesday marked 5 years since Prince's passing, and a lot of these songs on the second half of the record weren't inspired by Prince songs directly, but a lot of the like kind of popish, rockish type stuff was very heavily influenced by the Minneapolis sound, and so people like The Weeknd. This band called Dance, which I'll explain a little bit after I play their song. Um, and then I have a Nick Jonas song coming up in a little bit. And there's so much of kind of that, funky Nile Rodgers ish guitar sound that I say Nile Rodgers, but, Prince was one of the pioneers of that. And I guess she came before Prince, but it was all kind of in that same era. And so that's one of those things. And I posted about this on the 21st, but or actually on the 22nd on my Instagram. I was a day late posting about that, but it's not hyperbole at all to say that there isn't a day that goes by where I don't miss Prince in some way, and just like how amazing he was as a person, as a musician, as a songwriter. One of my friends said, he's one of the best songwriters of all time, one of the greatest songwriters of all time. And I said, yeah, but he's one of the greatest everythings of all time. Like, songwriting is not even the first thing that I think of when I think of Prince, but that's because he's so good at so many other things, that like you just forget what a phenomenal songwriter he was for himself and for other people. Kind of because he had so many songs to give away, that he was just like, here, take this one, and whatever. And it was Prince. So what were you gonna say? But anyway, so this is a song called Together, and it was inspired by Cake by the Ocean, by Dance, or Dunce maybe, because there's no A in there. Speaking of The Weeknd, my mom ranted right before the Super Bowl. She's just like, yeah, I just can't get behind an artist that, just leaves one vowel out of his name like The Weeknd does. And so she probably wouldn't like these guys either. But that's all right. So this is Together, and Cake by the Ocean. And like I said, I have a couple funny stories about the dance song after I get done. So this is Together, and Cake by the Ocean, and I hope you enjoy it. You wanna give me all of the things I've never felt before, and when you're done with that, you wanna give some more. Don't wanna make my heart any further torn, and you know what I like, so come along and feel so damn right. We know it's wrong when we're with each other, in each other's arms, we'll find to sleep well at night. So tell me you love me, tell me that you'll never put no one above me. We both know this may not be forever, but now we're together, so come in. Be a mystery, ain't got no time to waste. I know that look that's upon your face, and in the morning you don't have to rush away. Just keep hitting snooze, but don't sleep on a love so pure I know it makes you weak. I love you with a love so innocent and slick, and I don't wanna have no one but you. So tell me you love me, tell me that you'll never put no one above me. We both know that this may not be forever, but now we're together. Tell me it's me, you know there's been one wake up. Tell me it's me, you know there's been one take another on the chin. I'll hold you tight forever till I croak. Touch me like you never have, and never let this thing go bad. You mend the heart everyone else broke. So tell me you love me, tell me that you'll never put no one above me. We both know that this may not be forever, but now we're together. So tell me you love me, tell me that you'll never put no one above me. We both know that this may not be forever, but now we're together. Oh no, see you walking around like it's a funeral. Not so serious, girl, why your feet so cold? We're just getting started, let's tiptoe, tiptoe. Don't waste your time with a masterpiece, don't waste your time with a masterpiece. You should be rolling with me, yeah, you should be rolling with me. You're a real life fantasy, you're a real life fantasy, but you're moving so carefully, let's start living dangerously. Talk to me, baby, I'm going blind from this swing, swing, raving. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Keep on open, Willie King by the ocean. One more me, baby. I'll be your daddy and you'll be Naomi. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Keep on open, Willie King by the ocean. Hot damn, see you licking frosting over your hands. Another taste, babe, I'm begging, yes, man. I'm tired of all this candy on the dry land, dry land. Waste your time with a masterpiece, don't waste your time on a masterpiece. You should be rolling with me, baby, you should be rolling with me. You're real, I'm fantasy, girl, you're real, I'm fantasy, but you're moving so carefully. Let's start living dangerously, whoa, whoa. Talk to me, baby, I'm going blind from this sweet, sweet raving. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on open, Willie King by the ocean and go crazy, crazy. Let's lose our minds and swing, swing, crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on open, Willie King by the ocean. All right, and that was Cake by the Ocean. And my original song as well, right before that, which is called Together. So my theory was correct. My mom was not a fan of that band Dance, and I'm not necessarily either, but it just kind of fit. Although I will say she responded to that comment when I was playing my own song, so maybe she liked the Dance one but just not mine. That's entirely possible too. But so first of all, I had heard that song. It was relatively ubiquitous, uh and then just like a month or two ago, I figured out that Nick Jonas was that was one of his projects after the Jonas Brothers broke up. um and so that was really interesting. But it was, I can't remember how, like, we talked so much music, and a lot of it was just like pop music and whatever. And so one of my students like pointed out, she's like, yeah, my mom like really liked that song. And I told her, I'm like, Mom, you know that like Cake by the Ocean is a euphemism for sex on the beach, right? And she's like, oh my gosh, no, I didn't know that. And then apparently hated the song after that. But that's one of those songs. It was a little bit more catchy than maybe the way that I played it, but definitely um, fit for pop radio. Definitely. But I appreciate all of those who have tuned in. And Okay, my mom says strictly on the principle that she doesn't like a vowelless band. That's good. Good to know. Um, so if I ever want her to come to my shows, I'll have to, keep that in mind. She's great about that when she's in Memphis. That's, don't want to dissuade her at all. I kind of broke the rule a little bit of, and I do that every once in a while. It's just whatever fits the album. But with trying to mix it up and only do one song inspiration per artist. And I cheated twice here because this next song um, is a song by Maroon 5, and the first one was by Cara's Flowers. So some same members, but radically different. And I'm not really being sarcastic. It once you hear this song, especially because this is one of their more recent ones. quite the evolution from Cars Flowers. But this is Visions, and my song called Feel. So I hope you enjoy both. I make you feel a way that you've never felt, and give you something when I'm gonna take the capo off, hang tight, because that sounds better when it's lower. I make you feel a way that you've never felt, and give you something where you can't seem to control yourself. Can't sleep a wink, my thoughts. Can't sleep a wink, my thoughts are racing, thinking about you, not hesitating. Maybe it's wrong, maybe it's impure, but nonetheless, one thing's for sure. I make you feel a way that you have never felt, and give you something where you can't seem to control yourself. But I love you like that, and neither of us want to lose what we have. I make you feel the way that you've never felt. It's so complicated, but I enjoy the web. I feel so degraded till I got you in my head. Now there is a new bar there no one ever will reach. You take me to some places I can hardly believe. I make you feel the way that you have never felt, and give you something where you can't seem to control yourself. But I love you like that, and neither of us want to lose what we have. I make you feel a way that you have never felt. Yeah, I can't remember a life without you, and that's just something I don't wanna do. I have no scrap of a desire to ever lose you or lose our fire. I can't remember life without you, and that's just something I don't wanna do. I have no scrap of a desire to ever lose you or lose our fire. I make you feel the way that you have never felt, and I can give you something that makes you can't control yourself. But I love you like that, and neither of us want to lose what we have. I make you feel the way that you have never felt, that you have never felt. I keep seeing visions of you, visions and visions of you. I keep getting stuck in this day, stuck in this deja vu. It's like I'm never riding solo. It's like I'm never riding solo. Feel you walking in my shadow. Never hit me quite like that though, 'cause now I'm under your spell. Late nights and I can't sleep, choked up and I can't breathe. No one can save me, 'cause now I'm under your spell. I keep seeing visions of you, visions and visions of you. I keep getting stuck in this day, stuck in this deja vu. Even in my darkest hour, you're the light that keeps on shining through. I keep seeing visions of you, visions and visions of you. Oh, 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 oh. tricks on my eyes. You're a mirage, it's all in my mind. Why can't I seem to let go? You're a mirage, it's all in my mind. You gotta stop playing tricks on my eyes. You're a mirage, it's all in my mind. Why can't I seem to let go? I keep seeing visions of you, visions and visions of you. I keep getting stuck in this deja vu. Even in my darkest hour, you're the light that keeps on shining through. I keep seeing visions of you, visions and visions of you, visions and visions of you. All right, and that was Visions by Maroon 5. That actually was a Dirty Projectors song originally. And it was so weird because Maroon 5 released it as part of the deluxe edition of Red Pill Blues, their most recent album, which hopefully I won't be able to say for too much longer. But it was one of the bonus tracks, and so I was like, oh cool, I like this song. And they've worked with different songwriters, and I'm like, okay. I looked at it, and they didn't write it, but I was like, whatever. Or maybe Adam wrote, I don't know, whatever. But I looked at it and didn't think much of it. And then I was at Memfo, I want to say it was, and this band called Dirty Projectors was playing, and as I was walking up, they were playing Visions, and I was like, wait, what? And so I looked it up, and sure enough, it was a Dirty Projectors song originally, and so that, like I said, was a cover, but kind of an obscure cover there. This next song is a song called Shivers Down Your Soul, and this was inspired by Jealous by Nick Jonas. And it's funny because every once in a while when we'd be talking about the verb estar, which deals with emotions and things like that, I would teach celoso or celosa, which is the word for jealous. And sometimes, if they're not direct cognates, it can get in kids' heads, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know this," or whatever. And so at some point, we were going over the word celoso, and I'm like, "Who knows what this means?" And there was a really long pause, and I said, "I'll give you a hint. It's what Nick Jonas still gets." And somebody shouted out, they're like, "Jealous," and I'm like, "You got it. That's it." Let's see, that song was released in like 2016, I want to say 2016. Yeah. So like if I'm within a 5 or 6 year range, then like that's good, in terms of when that was released and making references to pop songs. That's one of those things. But this is Shivers Down Your Soul and Jealous. And I hope you enjoy both of them. This ain't just infatuation, but that don't mean it's not art. You, I know, have your own set of demons that still leave you scarred. I just wanna live in the moment and send you a shiver when I call your name. And if when I'm with you it calls, you just keep on letting that phone ring. 'Cause I just wanna keep on sending shivers down your soul till day breaks. I wanna make you crazy and make you lose control. I love my little bubble making rain from trouble. Hold on a little longer, don't tell me that we're done. Kiss me down my neck and back, say that I'm the one. Nothing on this earth I want more than than loving you. It ain't that hard for me to see all my dreams coming true. 'Cause I just wanna keep on sending shivers down your soul till day breaks. I wanna make you crazy and make you lose control. I love our little mother me, free from trouble. 'Cause I just wanna keep on sending shivers down your soul till day breaks. I wanna make you crazy and make you lose control. I love our little bubble making free from trouble. I don't like the way he's looking at you. I'm starting to think you want him to. Am I crazy? Have I lost you? Even though I know you love me, I can't help it. I tune my chin music up, I'm puffing up my chest. I'm getting ready to face you, can call me obsessed. It's not your fault that they other, I mean no disrespect. It's my right to be hellish, I still get jealous. 'Cause you're too sexy and beautiful and everybody wants a taste, that's why. You're too sexy and beautiful and everybody wants a taste, that's why I still get jealous. Wish you didn't have to boast it out. I wish you'd save a little just for me. Protective or possessive, yeah, call it passive or aggressive. I turn my chin music up and I'm puffing out my chest. I'm getting ready to face, you can call me obsessed. It's not your fault that they other, I mean no disrespect. It's my right to be hellish, I still get jealous. 'Cause you're too sexy, beautiful, everybody wants a taste, that's why I still get jealous. 'Cause you're too sexy, beautiful, and everybody wants a taste, that's why I still get jealous. You're the only one invited, said there's no one else for you. 'Cause I know you get excited, yeah, when I get jealous too. And I know you get excited when I get jealous too. You know I get excited when you get jealous too. Turn my chin music up, I'm puffing out my chest. You can call me obsessed. It's not your fault they hover, I mean no disrespect. It's my right to be hellish, I still get jealous. 'Cause you're too sexy, beautiful, everybody wants a taste, that's why I still get jealous. 'Cause you're too sexy, beautiful, everybody wants a taste, that's why I still get jealous. You're too sexy, beautiful, and everybody wants a taste, that's why I still get jealous. All right, and that was Jealous by Nick Jonas and Shivers Down Your Soul by yours truly. Yeah, so that is that. And like I said, he had a hand in writing Cake by the Ocean as well. That was part of his band Dance or Dunce or however you want to say it. That works for me. I would assume they pronounce it dance, but just let's call it dunce. because I like that better. Um, but anyway, actually, that it'd be good for copyright purposes. Just like no, it's actually pronounced dunce. It's a completely different thing. It's like the what was it? Night at the Museum 2. Jonah Hill played a character whose name was Brundon, but he spelled it exactly like Brendan, and so he was just like, "Wait, but there's no U," and he's like, "Yeah, I know, but it's Brundon." That reminds me of. But anyway, quite the digression. So uh, we are going to close out with a song that was inspired by the late great Daft Punk. I say that because they broke up in February, and it was just like so sudden, but it was also this weird thing of like um, they would like pop up with a project every like 10 years or so, and then just like go away for a while, but it was one of those bands that like you never really thought that they'd go away forever, and so that was very, very sad. But this is a song that um, was inspired by "Get Lucky" the by Daft Punk, featuring Pharrell Williams and Nile Rodgers, who I mentioned earlier. And lyrically, or I guess like in title, I was in this PowerPoint that I did that taught about Feria. I was going over the word for fireworks, which is fuegos artificiales, which literally translates to artificial fires. And I was thinking, I was like, oh yeah, also known as my last relationship, just a bunch of artificial fires. And so I'm like, you know what? That's funny, but that should be a song. And so I wrote this the next day. As tends to happen when you're as inspiring as I am. So this is Artificial Fires and Get Lucky, and I hope you enjoy both of them. From the surface, it seemed as though the future couldn't wait. I've been through the ringer with things not all that great. You wanted that too, and we needed each other. I read you like a book, protected you when you needed cover. Darling, you got me hooked. I am grown tired of artificial fires. You swear you won't reach where you lose your desire. You line the fire in me, you line the fire in me. And it's far from artificial, it's so far from artificial. You line the fire in me, you line the fire in me. And it's far from artificial, it's so far from artificial. Rising far above the ashes, beginning a new flame. This is a whole new era, but I don't have to change my random access memories are positive at last. You couldn't if you tried to make your feelings pass. I am grown tired of artificial lies. You swear you won't reach where you lose your desire. You line the fire in me, you line the fire in me. And it's far from artificial, it's so far from artificial. You line the fire in me, me, and it's I'm artificial. It's so I'm artificial. I have grown tired of artificial minds. You swear you won't reach where you lose your desire. You line the mire in me, you line the mire in me, and it's I'm artificial. It's so I'm artificial. You line the mire in me, you line the mire in me, and it's I'm artificial. It's so I'm artificial. It's so I'm artificial. It's so I'm artificial. It's so I'm artificial. Like the legend of the phoenix, all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Look, we've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar to the cups, to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night with good mom. I'm up all night with good mom. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night in the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to become who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night in the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night with good run. I'm up all night to get lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night with good run. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night with good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 All right, and that was Artificial Fires and Get Lucky. I hope you enjoyed both of those. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to give a shout out. I forgot to do that earlier to my friend Mike Schwartz, who is tuning in for the second week in a row. Excellent job. I appreciate you for making time for me. And that is going to do it for this week. We got some more positive songs coming next week. So, how about that? Ironically, on May Day, I might have to play First of May by the Bee Gees just to bring down the mood a little bit. But be on the lookout for that, the playlist for this week. And I'm Minnesota Mike. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Instagram, Spotify, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, and be sure to tune in next week.